All right, on number 4, the first thing we should do is expand our natural log. So when I do, we get natural log of the top argument. And how do I separate it if it's been divided in the inside? Minus. And then we have natural log of the second argument on the bottom. Oh no. Oh, if it. And if y'all remember the derivative, because the first page is all derivatives, natural log of that argument is always 1 over what?
1 over u.
1 over that value. So it is u. So 1 over that value. In this case, we have a minus x. And we're deriving just the x. So in this case, we have the derivative of the inside on this one is how many?
1.
Of the negative x?
Negative
1. So I would take the a as more like a constant. Think about plugging in 2 or 3 or whatever you want. It's still going to give me negative 1 as a derivative on the bottom. Then I have minus 1 over the second argument. And what's the derivative of the variable x on the bottom? Positive 1. And I know you don't need it, but I'm going to leave that alone. And that's it. Not too bad. Okay, on number 8. What rule are we using on this one? Product. Okay, so let's rewrite this. I have x to the 1/2 power, and then natural log of x. So our derivative on this one, how would I derive my first set? What needs to come down? 1/2 needs to come down. And then 1 less of that is how many? Negative 1/2. And I keep the second one as it is. And what sign separated for the product? Plus. And I keep the first one as it is. What is the derivative of natural log of x? 1 over x. And then we're done. Now, what if this were to be, let's say, a multiple choice? What some pieces are going to go on the bottom, right? So for the first one, I have 1 all over 2. That negative power is going to come down with the radical. The natural log is already on the top. And on the next one, we're going to have radical x over x. But if you want to write it as 1/2 power, that's perfectly fine.
On the test, is it a little quiz? Is it going to be like that?
It's going to give you the model as to what it's going to look like, and you'll just fill in the certain parts to it. So you'll know what's expected.
For like the one you just did or the first?
Mm-hmm. It'll be, if it looks like this, I would put A over B plus C over D, and then you'll answer that certain parts. Okay? Let's move on to number 12. On number 12, it says to find f prime of E, so we have to first derive. Now, when we're deriving on this one, are we looking at quotient rule? Yes? Number 12, quotient rule? Do I need to rewrite anything? Nope. Let's write out f prime of x. So the rule is top. What's the derivative of the top? 1. And then we keep the bottom as it is. Minus, and then we keep the top one. The derivative of the natural log of x is what? 1 over x. And let's see if y'all remember. The bottom we kept and we did something power. What do y'all remember? Natural log of x to the power of 2. Let's plug in the e value. So when I plug in the e value into our x's, we're going to get the following. And could we simplify anything here? Possibly. We have natural log of x. What's going to give me when I simplify that?
Oh.
Just a 1.
Oh.
And then I have natural log of x all squared. If you need water, go get water. Let's plug in the e. So we have natural log of e minus the 1. And then natural log of e all squared. What was the value of natural log of e? 1. Minus 1 over 1 squared. And that in the end is going to give us how many? 0. right, let's go on to the back. Everyone good with this? Okay. So on the back, let's go over number 17. Now on this page, we're integrating throughout the whole thing. Which one are we going to let u equal on number 17?
1 plus 10.
All of that bottom, yes. So let's write out u is equal to 1 plus tangent of x. And when I derive, we get du is equal to, what is the derivative of tangent?
Secant squared.
Secant squared. And do I have all that piece on the other?
Yep.
Yep. So we have all of it. So let's rewrite this in terms of u. And when we integrate 1 over u, it is what?
U.
Natural log of u. And what was it specifically? The absolute value. And we need plus c. All right,
That's mud.
let's plug the u back in. So we have our natural log of the absolute value of 1 plus tangent of x. Uh-oh, plus c, right there. Okay, number 21.
Oh.
Right here. Just plug in the u back in. So that's our final answer. Maybe I should cover some of the stuff on the bottom and stuff, right? It's too wordy.
No, you're good. Equals. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Wait, Ms. Rocco, so
You
the
know-
answer is ln.
Natural log.
D is the absolute value.
Of?
1 plus tan of x plus c.
Correct. There we go.
Plus C,
There's still a
U plus C.
All right, let's go on to number 20. What was it? 21? Does that help when I'm covering it up like that?
That's good.
Okay. So what's going to be our u? Whatever's on the bottom. So u is equal to 1 plus secant of x. Oh, well, I'm already deriving. What am I doing? Okay, when I derive, we get du is equal to, what was a secant?
Tangent. No.
Tangent secant. Secant
Tangent secant. And I'm going to write it in the order of this one, secant, tangent. dx. Oh no, I might not be able to do number 22. There's no room. So here we have, let's do our u substitution. Natural log of 1 over u, du. And what was the integration of 1 over u? Of the absolute value of u plus c. And then our last step, let's plug it back in. So we get a natural log of 1 plus secant of x plus c. Mm-hmm.
So technically, if you integrate or whatever, and it's on the top, you can just like skip and do.
Yes.
natural log.
Does that say 4 secant of x? Or is that-
1 plus,
Oh,
1 plus. I'm getting judged a lot today. There you go, 1 plus. All right, our last one for number 22. What are we going to let u equal?
1 plus E to the power.
1 plus 3?
1 plus E.
E to the 3x. So we got 1 plus e to the 3x. And then we know we have du is equal to. Now just a reminder, e to the x is e to the whatever times the derivative of the power. So in this case we have e to the 3x times what?
3.
Times 3 dx. And when I compare from the original, I have everything except what?
3.
The 3, let's move that over. And let's do our u substitution, and I have no room. Right here. 1 over u. Oh, let's bring the 1/3 in the front too. du. What was the integration of 1 over u? ln, natural log. So we have 1 over 3, natural log of the u plus c. And let's plug it back in. And that will be our final answer. Ruby, that's a 1 plus. Looks like a 4 again.